break the rules, and discover your creative genius. Were you ever told as a child that you were not a good writer, dancer, artist, or musician? What makes us long for being one or many of those things even after we've given up the idea of making a profession out of it? There's a creative myth out there that being creative is like a fixed trait. You were either born with it or without it. But I have a surprising fact. We are all creative and have far more creative potential just waiting to be tapped into. Remember kindergarten? We were all creative then. We played, we experimented, we tried weird things without any fear. It is possible to regain those creative abilities even decades later. In this limited time, I will provide insight into creating your own formula. And before I wrap up, I promise to show you how to get more. So let's begin. What is creativity? The ability to imagine, invent, or generate something new by changing or reapplying what you already have. Sometimes, when something seems impossible, it can be solved during moments of insight, that aha moment, to elucidate and bring in and clarify and bring something new in. And a brilliant idea comes along. Why do we need creativity? It is the valuable lifeblood of any workplace, and if nurtured and supported, your imagination and curiosity will soar. It's like driving with the emergency brake on and then suddenly releasing it, and you can drive freely. As a seasoned brand strategist and graphic designer, I graphically tell your story. I find the creative genius behind every business and showcase your uniqueness in order to stand out and get noticed. Now, I confess, I do struggle from time to time to be creative on a minute's notice, and the best thing to do is to walk away. 10 minutes will do it. Take a break, get a drink of water, stretch, get outside for some fresh air, and when you come back, you will open yourself up to new opportunities. I recently read a lovely book by Julia Cameron called The Artist's Way. She suggests an artist date to be alone with your thoughts to discover and rediscover. Now, I try to take an artist date at least once a month. I go to a museum or a gallery to find inspiration. Or I just hop on my bike and clear my head in order to come back and leave myself open for something new to arrive. If you don't use creativity, I see it as going through the same thing and going through the same motions and expecting new results. Isn't that called insanity? But if you do use creative thinking, I see it as a lot of new things that come into your life. New ideas, new solutions, new outcomes. It's pretty cool. Spanx entrepreneur and founder Sarah Blakely, during an interview, once said, "Every failure is a gift. Find the gift and believe in yourself. Trust your instincts and don't be afraid to fail." In fact, to learn from failure, you have to fail big and then learn from it and see how you can make it better the next time. You are most open when exploring for pure enjoyment. You need to be open when pondering a problem and then switch to closed in order to implement it. And I have 5 tricks, sans the whiteboard here. 5 tricks is space, creativity or oasis of creativity, and quietness, alone with your thoughts, the private room when you're by yourself to really get some deep thinking. 2 is time. An hour and a half of time will do it. To really focus on one problem. No multitasking here. 3 is more time, because highly creative people play with the problem much longer before they try to solve it. 4 is confidence. Be okay with putting yourself out there, knowing that when you are being creative, there are no wrong answers or solutions. And 5, my favorite. Oh, I'm sorry, they flipped. Haha. Humor. That worked really well there, didn't it? Humor plays really well with spontaneity, and it frees us all. A little laughter, a little something, makes us relax. Creative geniuses like Da Vinci, they restructured ideas to see things differently. And Darwin scribbled furiously and found inspiration in it all. And Einstein found perspectives that no one else had taken. What have we learned today? Try a new approach. Do it small or do it big. Break the rules to find a new direction that works for you. When you're into it, you know that thing you love to do. Doesn't 5 hours feel like 5 minutes? Feed your passion. Tap in to your formula. Compelled to be creative on a daily basis, I find everything around me is creative inspiration. Today I provided a small glimpse of how to provide new insights into your creative genius. To find more tools and training, I suggest you register for my new and improved workshop that is creative problem solving for the non-creative genius. And within that, you'll find design thinking methods and tools that will be great for your next important business meeting. Picasso once said, every child is an artist. The problem is how to remain an artist once you grow up. Now I'm going to insert creativity in there and try again. Every child is creative. The problem is how to remain creative once you grow up. If you come along with me on my journey and you find those creative thinking tools and you insert them and implement them, I don't think you're going to have a problem with any creative problems. Creativity is contagious. Pass it on. Thank you.